Hi everyone, it's Shannon and welcome to my channel, The Daily DIYer. I have a very bright, colorful, and happy video to share with you today. I also want to thank Hoover for partnering with me to bring you today's video. Now this space that you see here is within my she shed, and I will put a link up in the iCards if you're not familiar with that. This space was very pretty, but honestly it became very less functional than I was hoping for. So we decided to completely reimagine this space and create a more open and airy craft room for me. So we did have to remove all of the pieces that were in here, and I know a lot of you were sad when you knew I was taking away this china cabinet, but no worries, this was actually my grandmother's china cabinet and there's no way I was getting rid of this, so it just kind of found a spot in storage until I can find a more permanent spot for it within our home. Whew. We got everything out, minus the rug. I'm keeping the rug. And I've had a workout. Video makes it look way easier than it actually is because I need to take a breath for a minute, but whenever you take anything out, obviously, oh my gosh, yeah, I've got a mess going on. This rug needs cleaned, the whole floor needs cleaned. But back here in the corner, I have my Hoover Blade Plus. It's gonna help me do that, so let's get to vacuuming. So we absolutely love this vacuum. It's the Blade Plus by Hoover. It's a quote-unquote stick vacuum, which means it runs off of a battery and you don't have to be plugged into the wall. And it also is great at getting everything up off of your hardwood floors, but then you can quickly and easily transition over to a rug or carpeting by clicking that center button that has a circle on it. And basically what that does is it will turn on the brushes on the vacuum so you can quickly go from hardwood to carpeting. Now my rug is actually called a high-low rug, which means it also has different heights of carpeting in it, and this vacuum does such a good job of getting everything off of the entire rug. And now the gross part, all the stuff that is kind of embarrassing. Ew. I mean, seriously, I just did this small little space too. So this thing definitely has great suction. It's also really easy to release. Let me show you what all I find inside. And then all you have to do to empty it is you just pull this out. Super duper easy. Put this over here. It's got a button right here you press. And all the grossness. You don't even have to touch it. And then it's got a little spot right here. Put it right there, pop it down, good to go. Check out the link that I'll have down in the description box if you want to learn more about this Hoover Blade Plus vacuum. All right, and then we all know the truth of it. We get everything clean. We're ready to put new things in here, except we have to build and we have to unpackage things, and then it makes another mess. So I'm gonna keep my Hoover Blade Plus handy because I know I'm gonna make another mess as this process goes along. So let's go ahead and start building all the things that I'm gonna be adding in here. So my vision and hope for this space was to create a line of shelves and drawer units for that back wall where the brick is, and then have a large work surface right in front of that. So I wanted a lot of storage, somewhere I could display things, somewhere I could hide things, and then a large work surface for me to create on and have room to kind of spread out. So it did take several trips to IKEA. Luckily we're not terribly far. We're about 45 minutes from our local IKEA store, and it did take several trips because a lot of things are out of stock right now. I'm not quite sure why, but we finally were able to settle on the BRIMNES shelving units. They look really nice next to each other whenever you kind of add a grouping of them, and also their kitchen island. But we did purchase 3 of these BRIMNES shelving units, and they were the perfect size for this odd shaped or odd sized wall. This wall is actually only 7 foot long. All right, these 3 are done. Moving on to the last IKEA build. This is gonna be this kitchen island that's also gonna serve as a crafting table.
Yes.
Can we do it?
Yeah.
We're gonna do it.
We're gonna do it.
Last one, let's go. So this was definitely quite a lot of IKEA building for one day. I would say it probably took us a couple hours to build 3 shelves and a little bit longer to figure out the configuration of this island, but definitely doable. And we also, I kind of like moved the rug around trying to figure out if I wanted it the way it was. So I tried it that way. I also tried it the other way and ultimately decided to leave it the way it was originally. And I also showed you these types of things over on my Instagram. If you're not following me over there, make sure you do. I'll put that link down in the description box below. You can find me at TheDailyDIYer, and you'll see a lot of these behind the scenes and also kind of what we're up to in the moment. And now to add all of the bright, happy, colorful items. So to the back of a couple of these shelves, I added these rainbow felt garlands, and I'll link these down below. You can find these on Amazon along with a lot of products that I'm going to show you in this video. So make sure to check the description box if you have any questions about any of these items. But I added so many different craft supplies that I can just reach back and grab when I need, including yarn and fabric, paper, vinyl, glitter, paint, tape, and then I had lots of things in these clear bins at the bottom, and I decided to also make these colorful too, using some polka dot scrapbook paper that you can find at Walmart, and I used those in rainbow colors to add to the fronts of those clear bins. All of these colorful flowers are from Dollar Tree, and I really wanted to add DIY to that top middle shelf. So I purchased these wood letters from Walmart too, and decided to hot glue rainbow colored flowers to each one of the letters. All of these details really make such a big change. To the front of this island, there are some shelves here too. I actually had purchased some of these bins from Dollar Tree, so it only cost $6 for me to add some much needed storage to the front of this as well. And then to add a pop of color to the front of this island, I had some more of that felt garland, and I used some command hooks from Dollar Tree to string that right across the front. After one more quick cleaning with my Hoover Blade Plus, my space was finally done and ready to create in. Now I wanted to give you all another look at the before and then of course of the big change and after. It's just so happy, bright, and colorful. Definitely a new space that I can get creative in and have a little bit more of that creative spirit that I felt like I was lacking when I was working in my darker office up against a wall. So now I have a little bit more freedom to be creative, and you guys are going to be seeing this space a whole lot more and a lot more colorful and creative projects coming out of this space. So I hope you will subscribe if you haven't yet. Lots more crafts, DIYs, and inspiration that will be coming your way. If you have any questions at all about the space or products in this video, you can always leave those down in the comments below. Make sure to answer you down there, and I'll have another creative idea and video popping up on your screen that you can check out next. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I will see you in the next one. Happy crafting!